Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to Rave Review.
You just said rave review.
It's not rave. Sorry.
That was a test.
Welcome to question block.
Yeah, welcome. Can I bring this just a tiny bit closer, please?
Okay, as long as you stay in the frame.
Can we bring our subjects closer?
Keep me in the frame.
And I'll keep the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. I'll turn it more towards you. Yeah, I'll cheat it to you.
Yeah. Let's get the Sun King in the frame.
The Sun King. Yes. There we go. Hi. Welcome back.
So, what's going on this week?
We're royalty.
That's what they say.
We laughing.
That's what Meghan Markle every time. She's not royalty anymore, though.
No.
We haven't even talked about that. The tea of the royal family.
Oh yeah, what? Show your drink while I get some more of my drink.
I have yes, the finest. A gift from the Duke of Orleans to me, Louis XIV. The finest Dom Perignon champagne. And it's a rosé for some reason.
Awesome.
Oh, look at your pink.
Yep, it's not poison. That's all that I know.
This is the poison I used to kill myself.
Yeah.
Why did Cleopatra kill herself?
Because she was fucked, basically. She was fucked over. She knew that, what was it, Octavian?
Augustus.
No,
it was Octavius. You're right.
It was Octavius.
Octavius.
Goddamn Octavius.
Yeah,
she knew that he was coming for her, and like, Mark Antony
was already dead.
Yeah, he killed himself because he
killed
thought
himself because he lost the battle.
But he also thought that she killed herself. Like Octavius was like, "Yo, your bitch."
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that is.
Romeo Juliet.
Yes, that's especially why like Shakespeare was super into that.
I'll choose to believe it.
Yeah. Like, I believe it.
Hint the myth.
Yeah. So.
Yes. So.
I
thought it was Octavius was like, or Octavian was like, I'm gonna like bring you back to Rome. You have to watch my victory parade after I killed your husband.
Yeah.
And she was like, no.
She's like, I don't think so, honey.
And he was like, I'm gonna pick you up at 6, and so she just like drank a bunch of poison and hung out with some asps. Too.
Some snakes. And they were like, yeah. So some people say that like she didn't kill herself, that Octavius killed her. Octavian.
But like a lot of queens, and particularly women in power, unfortunately, there were a bunch of like rumors and slander against her. So the public views her now. Basically, the Romans waged like a whole, centuries-long like campaign to like sully her name and like talk shit about her, just like Marie Antoinette, another sort of victim of circumstance.
Yeah. But also, but she didn't write anything. Like, there's none of that. That's the thing. She spoke like 8 languages.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't write anything about herself. She didn't have a diary or anything.
Well, nothing would survive 2,000 years, I guess.
But the Romans wrote a lot about her, so they were like, yeah.
Well, yeah, because they thought she had like somehow like beguiled and fooled Mark Antony and then Julius Caesar or whatever into like coming to Egypt.
Which she kind of
and that if
did.
not for her, Well,
I mean, she was very, from what we heard about her, she was very like divisive and.
To be fair, I don't know that the Romans got to write all the history of all this stuff, and for them it actually was like a footnote because they had their own insane like power struggles and civil war going on at the time. So who knows? But they were pretty mean to Cleopatra, and she did have to say.
Yeah.
And Marie Antoinette, same thing. The French Revolution got to write the history of Marie Antoinette. And, so she famously.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, keep talking.
Are you fixing some lighting?
Yeah, it looks kind of dark on. It's really light on Twitch, but dark.
Is it just our screen?
Do you want to make the Twitch a little darker?
I don't know.
You don't know how to.
Marie Antoinette famously never said.
I'm gonna make the Instagram lighter. Okay. So we'll wait. So were we gonna end this Cleopatra thing? Yeah, that's pretty much.
That's it. She killed herself. That's the
Sure.
end of the segment.
Yeah. Marie Antoinette never. Wait. Okay. I'm getting distracted. I really need to fix this light. It's like super dark. All right. But you say.
I just wonder, is it our screen on Instagram, or is it the lens maybe that's making it look dark?
Okay.
Yes. It booted us off.
No. Because I was trying to. You can't
do you
turn
think it's
it
your
up.
lens being off center that's making it darker? You did the vignetting thing.
No, I don't think so. I think we need to make it a little lighter. Oh wow, you really are the Sun King.
Where's sun going on?
There we go.
If you could fix the vignette.
All right, no, I can't. There we go.
There we go. Oh, it's artery. Artery on iOS.
Yes. Okay. That looks better to me. I'm happy with that.
It looks great. It's like we're on the sun.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's the effect I wanted.
Wonderful. So what other royals did you want to dish dirt on? We've completely covered ourselves and our own stories.
Yeah.
What else did you want to talk about?
So we
covered the Greeks.
Ooh, I have
we covered the
necklace.
Romans.
I'm sitting on a necklace. Right?
And then after that,
covered the Greeks, the Romans,
what
the
else
Egyptians.
Is there really?
The French. Yeah, there's definitely the French, which we started to talk about because you're French. You're Louis XIV.
We haven't read enough Eastern history to really talk about the Indian emperors or like the Qin dynasty. Wait.
The Incas and the Aztecs and the Mayans.
We do know about our Central and South American emperors, though. We did look up on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the difference between the Incas, the Aztecs, and the Mayans?
Oh God. Oh crap. The Aztecs are the ones that everyone like knows about, basically.
Yeah. Founded Mexico City, Tenochtitlan.
Yeah, and Moctezuma.
Yeah, written both ways. Very confusing. But historians...
He took revenge, apparently.
Historians like writing it as Moctezuma, and everybody else calls him Montezuma. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So,
It's bad feels.
That I'm laughing because there was like a thing where like with the head being cut off with them, that was really great. It was like
the Aztecs?
Wasn't that the Aztecs? I think they were like the warring peoples.
I do love a good beheading.
They were
the
it
Aztecs,
was the guy who like
the Aztecs
who, like
were a violent all the
super
sacrifices.
Super violent, but loved They liked sacrificing people.
Cut your chest open and rip your heart out of your chest while you're still alive. That was their thing.
They liked sacrificing people, so that made them not good fighting because all their weapons were like, we'll maim you, but it's not gonna like
yes,
finish
true.
thing.
I forget the name of the weapon, but their primary weapon in battle was a club with a bunch of glass like stuffed into it.
They were like the Tarantinos of
because that won't kill you. A sword will kill you, but just a spiky club is enough to just it will suck, but it's enough to just knock you out or be you into submission, so that then they can sacrifice you to their gods. But that's one of many things that left them really unequipped to deal with the Spaniards.
But we just like one of their like leaders who all their information of all three of those groups was coming from like the gods. I think I recall their god told them to like he was like you will settle on this lake and this is and like now you have to go, you know.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what the Egyptians
True.
So it's kind of.
But I mean, so they one of
like,
the leaders, he wanted to get the land of some guy across his lake.
That's the Aztecs. That's the founding.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The Aztec creation story.
Yeah, which is and so he was like, you know, I want to make peace with you. I actually want to marry.
I want to marry your daughter.
And the other dude across the lake was like, sure, great. And then he, you know, they invited the father, the guy across the lake. They invited him over for dinner.
It's like the lake in central New Mexico where Mexico City now is too much.
Yeah, and when he showed up, they just had his daughter's head, and they were like, "Look at this! Are you pissed?"
It wasn't her head; it was her entire skin.
Oh, that's right. He was wearing the skin, just like in Midsommar.
Their priest was wearing the skin of the rival chief's daughter.
But I just imagine the dad or whatever. He comes. He's like, "Oh, they're like, check out this bedroom," and the dad's like, "Oh, okay," and then he goes into the bedroom, and this is the skin, and
according to the legend, they were like, "Oh, you're gonna now that it's not gonna marry your daughter, we want you to pray to our God," and he was like, "Okay, that sounds like really fun. I'll do that." And they're like, "Okay, come into our temple. Our priest is gonna help you pray to our God," and their priest was wearing the skin of the guy's daughter, which is
he was like, "Stop!"
Wild, horror story, total horror story, wild,
Yes.
Should we talk with Anne? It sounds like Anne is on a pilgrimage.
Yeah.
Let's check in.
She's outside. Everyone's outside, which I love.
Good. Get out there. Get the fresh air.
Get the fresh air.
It's healthy.
Get your fresh air.
I go on my hunting grounds most days, most afternoons. I go hunting.
And then you do ballet.
And then I do ballet.
Yeah.
Louis didn't invent ballet.
Yes,
it's a shame. Yeah, the viewers can't see me from the waist down because I'm wearing some really tight tights. And
your calves out?
My calves are out, and I'm displaying my legs, and I have beautiful shoes with little buckles on them.
Are you on point?
Yeah. That too, all his portraits. He'll have an amazing Louis XIV. He'll have an amazing he's got his huge wig, his huge dark curly wig, and a cool little mustache, and then giant robes, huge flowing robes. And I think he was very tall, but he looks like he's 6'8" or whatever in these paintings. Huge flowing robes. And then the robe just opens and it's him in tights, and it's just
and
some
he's
gorgeous
look
legs.
at this. Did you see my left calf? Now look at my right.
Powerful legs.
Oh yeah, Anna and Chelsea might be, because you are outside, you might need to wait till we get home.
Chelsea, you gotta get some Wi-Fi.
Yeah, in your kingdom.
If you want to go live.
All right. So let's see, what can we talk about? The Aztecs, the Incas, the Mayans, right?
So we talked about the Aztecs. Those were the bloodthirsty people found in Mexico City.
Although in the movie, the only movie about them that Russell Crowe made, he made them seem really, really bad. So don't watch that movie.
Mel Gibson made.
Oh, right. Okay.
Mel Gibson's Apocalypto.
Yeah, right.
Trash, honey. Don't watch it.
I believe I remember what Mel Gibson said, and no.
Yeah, he went downhill. Or was downhill. He was.
Yeah. Don't watch that movie.
But the Mayans were Central American people around Guatemala, Honduras area, and crazy thing about the Mayans is they were not encountered by the conquistadors or the Spaniards who were settling Latin America because they had already disappeared. The Mayans were only around from I think it's 600 to 900 AD or whatever. Yeah. So they, I believe they also invented a system of writing. So only 2 times in human history was a system of written language invented.
What would their writing be? Wait, can you do what were their things?
They also had a kind of hieroglyphic language. That's
they were
humans come up
take
with
down
those.
this note for me. All right, guinea pig. Guinea pig,
corn,
mountain, corn.
Quetzalcoatl, parrot, spider monkey.
Yep.
Yeah, they were in the jungle. So
guy going like this. That was their. I feel like that's the original voguing was hieroglyphics. Because they were I don't know. Only me? Okay.
I do think it's sort of based on. I mean, it is. There must be some symbolic reason they actually
to fit down those passageways. They were like, God, this freaking pyramid passageway is 3 by 3. We gotta We gotta do this to fit.
Hold on, you're going backwards. You're going much further.
Well, they had Machu Picchu.
Pretty wild, also, that step pyramids. Well, as people have said, right, that there's step pyramids both like in the Americas, which were totally different and millennia distant from Egypt, who also built step pyramids. But as people point out, it's actually the easiest way to just pile up a bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
If you want to like pile up a bunch of rocks.
But yeah,
the Mayans built. Everyone has actually seen Tikal, which was the
Yeah.
capital of the Mayans, because it's in I think Star Wars 5. Has shots of these like stone pyramids.
Well, I
they
haven't.
filmed that in
Star
Guatemala.
Wars 5. Wait, Star Wars? You
saw
you
the
mean-
original trilogy?
Can you call them 1, 2, and 3?
No, because they're episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Damn it,
And
okay.
You have seen them, so you've seen Tikal.
Okay. That's where the
Beautiful.
Ewoks live.
So exactly.
Yeah.
They lived in the Mayan kingdom.
Yeah.
In what is now present-day Guatemala and Honduras.
Guatemala.
And then the last Latin American kingdom we were going to talk about was the Incas.
Yep.
And Atahualpa was the best known, I guess, king, because that's who the Spaniards encountered.
Yeah.
But they were cool. The Mayan or the Incas actually, because they lived like up in the mountainous regions, it was really inhospitable, so they developed a bunch of cool agricultural techniques.
They ate guinea pigs.
Yeah, I mean they consider them as chickens actually.
They also raised them too. They were like fanatic with the guinea
Yes,
pigs.
my cousin-in-law's mother.
Yeah.
My sister's husband's mom.
My mother, my sister's
So
husband.
my mother-in-law once removed. Actually, she I was talking with her actually last time I saw her, and her family raised guinea pigs. And she was like
and
they
she
kind
was-
of were like chickens.
And
for
she
us.
was like, "Oh, we would play with them, and then we would eat them." Like,
It was like, well, it was just
Yeah.
a standard thing. We like grow up. We're like, yeah, that's our like source of protein. So we have like, you know,
she's like, "They're delicious."
they're
I'm
over in
like,
the guinea pig garden or whatever. You know.
So yeah, we have those 3. Oh yeah, and the Spaniards like they sucked, and they like just brought over a lot of smallpox and stuff, and that's really what killed them. I mean, the guns killed them, but also like smallpox killed.
Yeah, the Spaniards actually won. They had there been an outright battle, they wouldn't have won. They were like vastly outnumbered.
Yeah.
Like the Spanish explorers who came
They
over.
did have guns though.
And they probably couldn't have fielded an army like that far from Spain. But the smallpox they brought over just like totally wipes out
Yeah,
uh,
and they're
both the Aztecs.
yeah, they
and
didn't even need
Incas.
like blanket, like because people were like, "Oh, it was in the blankets," or like I don't know, maybe that was like the
It's just
Native Americans, like
interactive.
the Native
I mean,
Americans versus people.
if
But
Martians visited us,
we've learned anything from Corona.
we'd probably let them come hang out. But we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we get to France somehow,
Okay.
right? That's the next like people that we want to talk about.
Well, it's
like,
funny because there was, right, so much of the world when it was settled was just territories of some existing
Yeah.
monarchy and like ruler or king or whatever. So it's kind of, they're all in, everybody we know is in like Western Europe.
Yeah.
I guess there's the Tsars. We didn't talk about the Russians.
oh yeah, Anastasia.
Anastasia. And the Tsars and the Tsarina. Yeah. I don't know too much to say
Tsars.
about it. I mean, they had like, the Tsar was also like insanely wealthy.
Yeah.
And then the Russian Revolution overthrew them in the early 1900s. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I mean, oh man, I wish Bollywood Ken was here so we could talk about some Indian.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, in your studies of royalty, have you learned anything? Do you have any main takeaways?
Yes.
What do you got?
Let me see. What is the main? Oh yeah. Well, Cleopatra was not Egyptian. That's like.
Important fact.
Yeah, I knew. So okay, I knew a ton about Marie Antoinette already,
Yeah.
but maybe you learned stuff. I didn't learn stuff, but it's probably stuff that you guys would learn.
We didn't talk too much about her yet, so we can get to
Okay.
her next.
Yeah, Marie Antoinette was not French. She was Austrian, and her she was sent over to marry Louis the. So you were the 14th, then your son was the 15th. Right?
No, my like
So-
grandnephew.
Your son was the 15th, and then your grandnephew was the 16th. Who she
No.
married?
Louis
No.
XIV ruled for like.
So
since
he
I
was the
ruled for 70
What
years.
happened to the
or
15th?
whatever.
What happened to Louis the 15th?
the 15th was the next king. The next king was it was not my son. I had like 20 sons too. Like Louis XIV had easily 30 children because he had
Whoa.
nonstop mistresses.
Yeah.
Um,
All those ballets.
three
those
wives,
sexy ballets.
3 wives and tons of mistresses.
He's like Louis my calf.
Yeah, he had like his official marriage was like to I think the daughter of the King of Spain, which is a peace treaty. The royalty in Western Europe all married each other, basically for like peace treaties to keep the peace.
Which is way better than marrying your little brother.
And he had a couple kids with her, Queen Teresa of Spain, I think, but also had his own like wife that he just picked up, just I don't know, like somehow second wife, and then he later married his governess, who like was raising his children because he liked how she raised his children, much like Hugh Grant, and many other men, or in Mad Men, Don Draper eventually like falls for his dad. So
yeah, or in real life, that guy. Who are we talking about? Anyway,
Hugh
not
Grant.
important. No, Jude Law.
Oh, Jude Law too.
I don't think he ended up with her. He just
Wow. Yeah.
yeah.
So a teenager who's good at caring for your kids.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Not sleep with her?
Come on.
Yeah. So.
She's. Yeah. So wait. So
Okay.
So who was the 15th? Louis the 15th.
Yeah. So it was like my great grandson.
But and who was the 16th? Who?
The 16th was.
Marie Antoinette's, right?
I don't know. Maybe she was the 16th. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
She married the 16th.
She married the 16th.
Yeah. So by that time, the bloodline had kind of diminished.
And you had a son that was, or a great grandson who was on the spectrum, who was obsessed with locks and keys. Just like had a whole collection of them, and
yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, we did. Was supposed to marry Marie Antoinette for like a peace treaty between.
Yes.
Because she was
between France and Austria, but
Yeah.
the problem is the French still hated the Austrians.
Yep.
So
They hated.
They hated her.
Also,
her husband also didn't trust her.
Yeah, but he was like, I feel like from what I've read, he wasn't like that emotionally like. I feel like he just didn't care. I feel like he was just like. Yeah, he was just like, I want to mess with these locks some more. Like, shut up. He was like, shut up, don't. Yes. He's like the equivalent of someone who's like, I just want to read about trains. So.
Yeah, so I believe that covers the French monarchy.
Wait,
but
we
haven't
even
talked
with
about.
Marie Antoinette, though.
Oh, I thought.
No, so she married. You continue. You continue. Talk a little bit.
Well, yeah. So the marriage was like pretty unhappy. Her husband mostly ignored her. It took about 7 years. Then her brother came over, taught her husband how to have sex with her. So then suddenly she started having some children. One of her sons made it to he died when he was very young of tuberculosis because everyone got tuberculosis then, which was devastating for her. And around this time, the French Revolution was getting started.
And she was really sad that no one mourned her son because they were. She was like, I don't understand. So that's when she was like, oh, these people really don't like me, but they were actually we're just.
And her husband was super ineffective because he was playing blocks or just suffering from depression as well.
Oh yeah.
So he didn't really do anything to stave off the revolution, and yeah. So eventually she and her husband were driven out of Paris, and then they were arrested. They were put under house arrest for 2 years, and then the revolution came, and they tried her, and accused her of a bunch of insane stuff, including sleeping with her son, which she was really mad about. She refused to even defend herself from the charge, and was furious. But just a dozen other things, conspired to kill Swiss bureaucrats, this and this, trading military secrets with the Austrians, and a bunch of stuff she did not do. So it was not her fault. She defended herself reasonably from those other things. But apparently she had already been tried before she even got to testify by the Revolutionary Citizens Commission, so it was already a done deal that she defended herself, and then they took her to the guillotine. And that was it.
And she didn't say let them eat cake.
She never said let them eat cake. If you want to look at historical citations, she actually wrote a number of letters where she basically talked about royalty's duty to look after their citizens, and talking about the plight of the poor and how bad she felt about the the poverty in France and like, well, I mean, it's a little ironic because her husband was running the country and doing a terrible job,
Yeah.
and she didn't say anything about that. But with how badly he was running the country, there was like mass famine and stuff.
Yeah, but she didn't understand. She just wanted to fulfill her. It requested to believe what?
True. Maybe we can try now.
Oh, yeah. Try to go live with us again. Try to go live. You have to request again. Request again.
Oh yeah, the other one timed out.
Yeah, the other request timed out. It was like failed. It was like no.
We didn't talk about the Babylonian kings.
I did. I said Boudica.
Oh yeah. But what about Nebuchadnezzar?
Oh my god, the freaking crazy one. No, but you have to do it again. Yeah.
Be live.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to go. Yeah, you have to do it again, Anne.
Can we live her?
Okay, there we go. She's just getting in her queen mode. There we go.
Hello.
Oh, yay!
Crown.
Wow.
Crown. Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so good.
That's a fascinating.
Queen of Cups.
Oh, she's like doing the card back here?
Yeah, from tarot. Nice.
Oh, yes. Let's come a little closer. Let me see.
That's a light bulb.
Yeah.
It's a little flower.
And she's like, my crown is going to drink.
It's the Crown of Cups.
The Crown of Cups. I love that. Oh my gosh. So who's your favorite? Wait, first of all, how do you say let them eat cake in French?
À qui mange de la brioche.
There we go. Yes.
They call cake brioche.
Brioche. Oh yeah, which is a very rich bread.
It wasn't let them eat cake. It was may they eat brioche.
Yeah, but she didn't.
If you have nothing to eat, it's
She
all
didn't.
it does.
She didn't say that though. She didn't say that.
I
I
don't really
just
know
keep
what the fuck
thinking
she
of.
said.
I keep
I
thinking.
believe it's qui mange de la brioche.
No, she didn't say it at all though. It was invented by a. It was in.
Her neck was sliced.
Yeah. It was like the New York Post basically published it and said.
It was
Okay.
invented by Rousseau, right?
You did not fucking say that.
You're right.
It was invented by Rousseau like years before when she was like before she was born.
Yeah.
He-
Rousseau wrote talking about
That's after the fact. I didn't know
another
this
queen.
before.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a myth. We're myth busting. So she was
That's
set up.
right.
It's slander.
It's slander
And
against her.
she should have sued them. The
Yeah.
French press.
Yeah.
at the
Although
time.
I listened to a lot of podcasts to get some information, and there was one. It was like these really cute British people, and they were like, one of them was like, "Oh, I always thought that like let them eat cake was a nice thing. Like they wanted bread," and she was
Wouldn't
like,
it be
"Oh,
nice if you could
let
some
them have
cake
a bit of cake. It's a bit better."
We could do them one better.
Yeah, and she's like,
Why would you have plain bread? You want
"Yeah,
cake."
if you
I
have."
think she was probably a bitch, but
No, I don't think so. I think, I mean, I don't know. I think
I have no idea. I
maybe
wasn't
it's
there.
because all the information is like in this believe her like era that we're getting now. But she was super young, and it seemed like she just
How old was she? Remind
she
me.
was like when they got married. I think she was like 15, and they
All
took.
right, all bets
they-
are off then. She
Ooh,
was abused.
We didn't talk about this. They took her when you cross over the Austria-French like border. Like they had to do a ceremony where they stripped her of her clothes, and so she would be entering France
Really
like
suspicious.
well, so she would
When
be
they take
entering
the clothes off,
France anew, like like as a French woman.
The French were notorious for this, actually. They did this to
they're taking people's clothes off at the border.
Yeah,
or just basically treating, the king would marry, or they would like marry some foreign royalty and bring them to France,
for
and then
peace.
treat them like shit.
Yeah, but they were like, it's to make peace, and then
That's
you're like,
every country.
you're a shady bitch.
But
I don't like.
you're talking about Marie Antoinette. I'm Louis XIV. 100 years before, my mother, Queen Anne of Spain, was a Spanish queen who was like brought to France to marry my father, Louis XIII, and like they also treated her like shit. And because like she wasn't the right kind of Catholic, they were like the religious authority.
Catholic, thanks for being off.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
was Catholic, but not the right kind of Catholic. So the religious authority constantly like talked shit about her, and she was like
Yeah,
vilified
that
too.
slut.
And so
Fine.
yeah,
That slut, she believes that it
politics, I
doesn't
guess.
turn into the blood.
You think
It's just
politics is
wine.
bad now? Imagine the
Yeah.
French aristocracy.
Well, yeah. So they would strip, and so they took her dog. They took her dog away, and because they were like, you can't have this. This is a German dog. You can't have this shit.
So cruel.
They took her dog away, and she was like, what? And then so it was like all just really confusing. And she was told like, you have a really important duty. You're gonna go there. You're gonna have an heir. It's gonna be like real simple, and that didn't happen. And she was just often confused. She didn't speak. It wasn't her first language. She was pretty just confused by everything, and even like her extravagant spending wasn't anywhere near what your bitches did.
I set the record.
Yeah.
'Cause I am Louis XIV, the Sun King.
Wait, where's your son?
And I built Versailles. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not top of my crown. Yeah, I built Versailles, and so.
Trump of your era.
Yeah. So if
Oh, my
anything.
building's gonna be made out of gold.
I mean, if anything, she had.
That's Queen of Cups. I don't know.
She almost felt compelled to spend because the queen was supposed to be outdoing everyone, and so she didn't spend a lot.
The first lady or whatever is supposed to go out and like buy shit and decorate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if she
And then they get mad when she does it.
Yeah.
exactly, and if she didn't do it, the courtiers and like nobility weren't allowed to surpass the queen.
Yeah.
So they were like,
They were
Yeah.
like, yo, bitch, I want to go shopping. You have to go
yeah.
shopping
They were
first.
like, I want a summer house. Can you please build a summer palace so I can build a summer
they're
house?
Like, damn, they have a summer palace and a winter palace. I'm like, that's their job.
That's her job.
Yeah.
To be fabulous.
And her, it's like the opposite of Versailles. She, like, wanted to go pretend to be poor. So, like, she built this, I think it might have been at Versailles
It was
in one
at
of the
Versailles,
gardens. Her and her friends would go there and, like, they were like, we're going to farm. Isn't it cute? And they were like, we're going to dress like peasants, so no one bothers us.
They invented gardening.
Yeah. They invented recreational gardening.
Yeah.
And then
Not for
Martha
food, just
Stewart.
for fun. They
Yeah.
invented recreational
They were
gardening.
like, ha-ha.
I just picked it up.
Well, you can thank Marie Antoinette, but then like the peasants were like, she's mocking us. They were like, she's mocking us. How dare she? So she couldn't win.
So we should hear about.
Whatever. I wasn't there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have a favorite royal? First off?
Anne's Kingdom.
Well, first of all, you know I was named after British royalty.
Yes, Anne Boleyn, right?
My mother didn't understand that Anne Boleyn was beheaded. She named me after Anne Boleyn and one of the Elizabeths. I don't really have any favorites because I don't know anything about European history, so I really can't say I have a
What about
favorite.
past? What about me, Cleopatra? With my snakes.
Oh, but that's not European, really.
No, the first half we were all like Egypt and like Caesar.
I
And,
can tell you were Cleopatra. I knew that.
yeah.
I totally like her. I think she's pretty cool. Queen Nefertiti, probably
Yeah.
cool.
She was
These are all exceptions.
no. Nefertiti was super
Queen of
cool.
Cups, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Diamonds.
Nefertiti was
Classic.
super. Actually, I think Queen Elizabeth, the
Which one?
red-haired one.
The red-haired one?
Wanted to watch.
The
I
Virgin?
would say, my mom goes, you were named after Queen Elizabeth. I'm like,
I think like the one that everyone knows, the one with like the hair. Like I think she was the Queen of Hearts at least in like the Disney.
Oh, the
like-
Queen of Hearts. I like the Queen of
I
Hearts.
think the Queen of Hearts is based after that queen.
Yeah,
Because they have the
Hearts.
same hair, you know?
Oh.
The Helena, just think of like Helena Bonham Carter and then like that picture that everyone knows of the
Yeah.
red-haired
Yeah.
queen with the
Sweet
thing.
red hair.
So so that's, I think she was, but she was the
Okay, what's your
virgin,
next question?
she was the virgin queen. Because she never,
What? She didn't produce an heir?
she didn't produce an heir, but she was also
Right,
like
that
a
does
bad,
not make her a virgin. The same way producing an heir does not make the Virgin Mary a virgin.
Yeah.
right. Well,
I mean, kind of slacking off on the job.
They
Yeah.
threw the word
Mhm.
virgin around so randomly in the day. Joffrey Cox!
oh, hey Joffrey, what's up?
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Joffrey, I love you. I'm so happy to see you.
Well done. Let's give him something to watch.
Yeah. take your clothes off. We're crossing the border. No. We should have had that as a freaking...
I wanted to ask, what would be if you were royalty?
Oh yeah, what would
an
be like your
absolute
full
monarch,
title? Number one,
what
full
would be your
title.
full title? Yeah.
Your full title.
Okay, Anne of Chelsea, Duchess, and Duchess of Chelsea.
Yeah. Duchess of Chelsea.
Yeah, I'd be a queen. I'd probably be a duchess because I really want the responsibility of queen.
Yeah, duchesses have more fun, as they say.
Yeah. Yep. Ooh, or like noble ladies. Or you could be a co-ruler with someone.
No.
Co-ruler? That's like a team.
Yeah.
I don't do
True.
teams.
True.
I could co-rule with you, Ariel. I'd just go Ariel or Ariel, which is your actual name. I could actually co-rule with you because I'd go, you take care of shit. If you need me to do anything, let me know.
There you go. Yeah. That would have, in Cleopatra, that would have like really helped.
No. Co-ruling is a recipe to getting poisoned by your co-ruler.
Right, exactly. I don't want to get poisoned. I know she wouldn't. Tell Jaffrey, hello.
Hi, Jaffrey.
Power is corrupted.
So what would your flag, like your crest?
You need a royal crest, right?
That like kind of just brings me to the Patton Oswalt thing, where his crest is like people going, wars? Nobody said wars. Fuck this. And it's just kind of like, fuck you. And
that's your crest? Fuck you? Okay, put it down now.
But I think mine would be, okay, what would be my crest? All right, so first of all, it'd be a black background.
We like that, yeah.
Yeah, with like a rhinestone thing that said, oh, there's Joffrey, Secret Duchess and Queen of Chelsea. Yay, I love you, Joffrey. Joffrey and I had so much fun together. If we could get together, we could definitely design the right crest.
Okay.
But I think me
so black with sparkles.
Confrontation and going, I didn't ask for this.
Black with sparkles, just like some salt. Would it just be salt, but that in sparkles? Because that's
like a salty sparkle over black with the signs. We didn't want to get involved.
Oh.
Okay.
It was hashtag. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. We're ready to get out the vote letters, but. Oh, Jaffrey!
Okay, so crest. We got your crest. We got your title. What?
We need, like, the rules.
The rules. What are the rules?
What would be your royal decrees?
Yeah. Like, we can give an example. Go for it. Yeah.
Okay. First of all the food has to be kind of whole foods and organic, but really yummy.
Okay. Yummy food.
Under
big wine cellar.
Under pain of what? What is the
How do you
punishment
punish
if
people?
they don't follow your decree?
How do you punish people? Yeah.
We just make them live. We just make them live in the South.
Oh.
You're like, you gotta go live in Alabama and have fun.
Okay. You're gonna build a moat around Alabama and.
No, the moat's gonna be around Chelsea, like part of Manhattan. And
so
everybody else, if you don't,
it's called the Hudson. We have a moat.
It's like, okay, I hope you know how to swim.
It's called the Hudson, you savages.
Savage.
Yeah. Right, savages. Savages.
Get out of my kingdom.
Classy.
David Ray Martinez gave us a very stirring speech about going to war with Southern Illinois for some reason.
Yeah.
But he was really excited about it.
Yeah, because...
Southern Illinois, because I might like that.
Well, David Ray Martinez.
Last hour, the comedian David Ray Martinez.
The fat doctor
checked in
with a
us.
P.
I did not know that.
And you would
the king of slumber. You
would really like him because he, like you, loves sleeps and naps, and so his kingdom was like the kingdom of naps, and he needed like naps a lot. He's like, everyone in the land has to like take a nap.
That would solve so many problems, and I'm sure he and I would agree on that.
Yeah.
That's also
people would be crabby. People would like make rational decisions.
That's Rob Cantrell's presidential platform.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Rob Cantrell. So
taking naps.
He's great. Yeah.
Naps?
The nap party.
I actually have lost my ability to take naps, which kind of bothers me.
Well, you walk everywhere, so that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's nap. It's a meditation.
I mean, so, yeah, you walk everywhere, so, like, you don't have time to nap because you'd be walking.
No, but I tried to get into bed. I was so tired today. I tried to get in bed at like 4. And I was just lying there going,
No.
Maybe you need a going to bed ceremony like a lot of the,
Like
our boy over
I had
here.
a 2-hour-long going to bed ceremony every night.
you 2 hours?
Yes, 2 hours. What would happen during your ceremony?
May I suggest 1 Ambien, which I don't have.
To be fair,
What's your 2-hour thing?
it was this is historical, but it was actually a large part of living at Versailles was all these ceremonies about the public life of the king, because all the nobility and like parliament too basically had to live at Versailles, and it was actually to keep them from rebelling or from like being in their homeland where they could like build up their own private army to rebel against the king. Instead, you had to live in Versailles. It was super expensive. You had to go to balls and have new costumes all the time. So everyone was spending all their money all the time, and they couldn't either have the money or resources or time to even rebel or complain about the king.
Yeah.
And they all became dependent on Louis, because the only way you could make money while living in Versailles was to be in these ceremonies, and you get paid for partaking in them. So everyone was dependent on him. So everybody, it was a super, and Louis was notoriously had a phenomenal memory. So he knew hundreds of people's names and faces and everything in his court. So they'd all have the going to bed ceremony, and if you did like, if you wanted to favor one person over another, he'd be like, okay, you get to fluff the pillow tonight.
Yeah.
You just get to hold.
You take off my sock.
You get to hold the second nightlight.
Yeah.
And you over there, you're demoted to fan. You're just gonna wave the fan.
Well, they clack it where they like, they were like, damn, look at those calves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my question is like, does that help anybody sleep?
Did it help you sleep?
No, the point really wasn't.
No.
Sleep.
You lived a long time though, so maybe it did.
Yeah.
So maybe my suggestion of Ambien's not so terrible.
Yeah. But that's not a napping thing.
You breathe in 6, you breathe out 7. You like you
But
breathe
you'd
out
be like the
1 more
14.
than you breathe in.
You would be like breathe in 14, yeah.
Not 15.
You breathe in X and
He
you
was,
breathe out
He was like
IV.
He was an okay
because
king.
you're Louis XIV.
Yeah.
That's why 14.
Yeah.
He's dead, though.
The inventor of ballet.
Did invent ballet, patron of the arts, started a lot of pointless wars. There was really no reason. It was kind of known for his foreign policy was much like Trump, driven just by personal animosity. So not too effective. He would just be.
But he looked better. He looked better in gold.
Yeah.
Cator's.
Yeah.
Cator's.
Some of his wars he started just because he was mad at a country for supporting another country.
He was like,
oh, that sounds so familiar.
He invaded Genoa because they supported Spain in the previous war.
I mean, but Spain was there for a bunch of dicks. Just saying. Just saying. The Spanish, like.
Was what?
So I'm like, Spanish people were kind of a bunch of dicks for a while.
Well, I mean, white people are dicks, like in our entire history, and we're not the only ones, but definitely us.
Yeah. Spanish
and the Italians.
They gotta look out for the Spanish.
The Italians are white.
But...
Yeah.
Don't tell your dad that because he thinks the Southern Italians are black.
No, because Cleopatra was like Roman, so she was not Egyptian. She was basically a Southern Italian.
And let's not even get into the Moors.
She was like Bafangul.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, so
Bafangul, and get that snake away from my neck.
We were talking about your kingdom of Chelsea before we got sidetracked. We wanted to get back to so you just force everyone to eat healthy.
Yeah. Would you have a bedtime ritual?
A what ritual?
A bedtime ritual?
If I were royalty?
Yeah.
I would have it be lowered into a hot bath.
Ooh. That's a good one.
With bubbles. And then I'd be lifted out of it. And then I'd be massaged through my whole body by a million hands of different, courtesans.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably just fall asleep because that's so relaxing.
That's awesome. I want that bedtime ritual.
No, that sounds like an effective.
A million hands. Yeah, and that's then you don't like discriminate because you can't. I imagine you can't like see their fate. You're just like
no. It'd be totally anonymous.
It'd be like a glory
some people
hole.
Would just have my feet, and there'd be other people on my shoulders, and I would just kind of drift off.
That's a good bedtime
Yeah,
ritual.
that's a really good one.
Yeah. The royalty's always riding horses. Oh, what would you be a patron of?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, there's a part of me that wants to do the very trite, like, patron of the arts.
Secret
because
Loft?
I really believe.
Secret Loft. What?
I mean, so much of science was
within the
advanced
arts,
by
of
it.
course, Secret Loft.
Yeah. Mm.
And any of the citizens of the land would either also support it or at least attend.
I love that. Or at least attend. Just be like, you go to a show.
Where are you going? To the Met? No, you don't. You go to Secret Loft right now. So that would definitely be my first patronage. There's not that many other.
What would you put a tax on?
Sorry, what?
What would you make put a really high tax on?
Ooh,
Royalty does get to tax.
what gets a really high tax? Owning a car in Manhattan.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Congestion
Yeah.
pricing, please.
Just stop it already with the fucking cars. It's going to be stuff like that. It's going to be like owning a car in a place that has perfectly good public transportation, and also, why would you want to go anywhere?
Would there be a bad grammar tax?
To be fair.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, when somebody says percent, and they should say percentage, that's going to cost you so much fucking money. Don't use the word if you don't know how to use it. Right?
What percentage of money? What percentage would you tax?
Yeah. When
it would just be a flat fee.
When somebody says
there's no percentage because there's no money right there.
No, I know. Yeah.
Also,
immediate penalty.
Oh God, there's so many things. But I don't know if I want to tax. I just want to shoot people. So
that's allowed. It's your kingdom.
I know, but I don't want to be a bitch.
Yeah, you want to educate them.
You can have a.
I set an example.
You can have a shooting range, and one of the things could be like a person that you don't like.
As much as my emotions would want to do that, I think my good government side is that's not a good way to get anything done.
No, you can't be an effective ruler if you're just killing
But
your citizens for bad
if you shoot
grammar.
somebody running away from you, if you're a police officer or any sort of government official, and somebody's running away from you, and you shoot them in the back, all bets are off.
You'll get shot in the back.
I don't know what
the police
what
officer
would be fun.
Oh yeah, the retribution.
A back for a back.
A back for a back.
Yeah, back for back, and also there would be no trial. It'd be like you go in jail, or we'd exile you. We'd just send you to a state where that's fine.
Yeah. Well, there should always be a trial. It could just be a sham trial if that's what you require.
Well,
for the purposes of the regime.
All right, I'll have to think about this. I mean, I hate to be in government and actually think about something, but because you're supposed to always have an answer right there. But I've talked to my staff, and I haven't even developed a staff yet.
Oh yeah. If royals know anything, though, it's that appearances matter. So if you're gonna have you're gonna execute someone without a trial, just have a sham trial, so you have the appearance of a trial. If you're going to murder your enemies, don't actually assassinate them, just poison them.
Yeah.
So it looks like they maybe died of natural causes. Or
like that guy who was in Russia.
Or they poisoned themselves.
Yeah.
That guy who was in Russia, like that Narzican.
Yeah, the opposition leader.
Yeah. I was like, Anastasia's boyfriend?
No, was just poisoned in Russia.
No, I know, yeah.
But he survived.
I know this is not environmental.
He was like, this tastes like poison.
He survived, though. He's now out of his coma.
He barely fucking survived.
Yeah.
He survived. So we can go like he barely fucking survived.
Should we do the King's Speech?
I hope it works out for him. Well, I wanted to say it. There's one piece of advice, though, that I've learned a couple things from studying royalty and being a royal myself. And one is, if you come to the king, you best not miss. So, if you're going to, as Machiavelli would say, if you come to the king, you have to win in rebellion, or it's going to be real bad.
Oh God, so stressful.
So, for the guy who was poisoned, for example, I
use
would
a
say
stronger
that,
poison next time.
Well,
He what?
Navalny or whatever, yeah, he
Use a
survived.
stronger poison.
So I think now he'll come back much stronger, hopefully, because he's on the.
You think?
I think so. I mean, nothing beats the righteous cause of having been poisoned.
Oh, Jaffrey's going to sleep.
Good night, Jaffrey.
A root canal. Well, I hope we were entertaining.
Yeah, I
During
hope you
your
helped you forget.
yeah, during your Percocet fugue.
This
Yeah.
wasn't a dream, just so you.
Oh,
Oh.
and some,
Well, it's good that you can have root canals now, because back in our day, you
they
would just
didn't
die.
exist, and you would just
Yeah.
die.
You just didn't have teeth after a certain age.
No.
Yeah.
And if you got an infection, you just died.
You went to your barber, you were like,
You went to
please.
the barber. Yeah.
Right, your barber would just tie your face up.
They would put some leeches on you, and then you would die
Yeah.
2 months later.
Or your barber just like slightly be like, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
Okay,
slice
now
you up.
This is a totally mixed metaphor.
What?
It's a mixed metaphor. It's like the barber of whatever.
That's what I'm saying. No, because barbers did do like all the medical care for
I
like
understand that.
a long time.
Yeah, because he was the guy with the scissors.
Yeah,
In the
he had the
village.
sharp stuff, and
they
he
had the sharp edge things, and that's what you need for
They-
every day.
just took care of your head region. They were like teeth,
Is it above your neck?
Yeah.
and then sometimes surgery a little bit somewhere.
I kind of.
They
yeah.
would check your legs though, which
I wonder.
maybe nobody did that.
It might have been though. You're just like, I need to get a body part removed, and they're like, okay, what is it? Is it the hair? Is it your
The one with the
nails?
pus coming out.
Or is it like an internal thing? And you're like, yeah, it's one of the internal. They're like, okay, I got it.
My
Yeah.
Same
appendix
guy.
is like killing me.
They're
Yeah.
like, do some
My mind's
cocaine.
killing me, but let me
No,
get a
ether,
haircut
maybe ether,
while
back
I'm
in the
here.
day.
Yes, they did use. They had either. They had
And that
opium
was
a
it.
long
And
time
then
ago.
you woke up.
Cocaine.
No, you didn't wake up. You probably
They
didn't.
used cocaine before they used.
When was cocaine invented?
It was
But it
invented before.
wasn't-
Well,
that
it was.
wasn't surgery.
They did
That
use it for
wasn't-
surgery. They did.
For topical anesthetic.
Yeah, it would it would be
Like
like an
rub it.
anesthetic.
You rub
They would
cocaine on
inject it. They would inject
You
it.
rub cocaine.
Watch the Nick, K-N-I-C-K.
Okay.
The Nick.
Oh yeah.
Clive
Well,
Owen.
Yeah, I watched one episode of that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's coming soon. Probably we'll have a medical episode. That'll be great. We'll be
Yeah,
doctors.
oh
and
my
white
God,
coats,
we'll
and
be
we'll
like
talk
the
about
Nick.
medicine.
We need doctors. Then everybody can wear their masks, and it'll be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So do you
let's-
have a king's speech?
The Queen's speech.
The Duchess's speech. So,
Oh yeah, you wanted to open our royal rings too.
oh yeah, our royal rings. We have
Do those
mystery
next.
rings.
Oh wait, let's do the Queen's speech.
Okay. So the Queen's speech. You have 1 minute to give a speech.
On what topic?
Whatever you want. You, the Queen, or the Duchess.
Come on, even the King had a.
Okay, so
In the
in the
King's
movie, The
speech-
King's Speech, he had to like rally everyone.
He's-
So
But he stammered, right? I
He
didn't see it,
stammered.
yeah,
Yeah, he overcame his stutter
but- All right.
and
to rally
you,
the country for World War
you
II.
don't have a stutter, so you're already, we're at the end of that movie. So give that speech, rally the troops,
Okay.
the country.
Ready?
Yes.
Let's say
Okay,
to
as
vote.
the reigning monarch of this ridiculous country that's going down the tubes really fast, my one thing, and I know there are people who are like, it doesn't matter. If get the fuck out and vote, and if you're not going to vote, get someone else to vote. This country's going down the tubes, and I understand it's a monarchy now. It's not going to be a monarchy next year. Next year, it's going to be a democracy again. If there's a fucking God, because even if there's a God, we don't know if it's a fucking God. So I think what you really got to do is register to vote. If you're not registered to vote, register. And if you live in a swing state, totally fucking ready. And we got to get these people out of office, because if we're a monarchy, we're really a monarchy where I was in charge, you'd be fine, but I'm not.
Oh.
There's
And-
a nut who is a nihilist in charge of a whole country. Stop it!
Nice. That's 1 minute. Very good.
Excellent decree.
Excellent.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, cheers.
Here's my Queen of Cups. Here's my cup.
Woo! Oh, great cup. Great cup. Of course you would have a great
It's
cup.
the Finn Family Movie Trolls.
Oh my god, the Moomin Trolls. We should do a Moomin episode. Ah, Robin would love that.
I'm sorry I look so tired. and my
You look
crown is so
amazing.
bloated.
Shh. Huh, you look amazing.
Amazing. You ready for the good good night ceremony.
We're gonna do the good night
Okay.
ceremony,
Well, it's great hanging with
and
you
then we're
guys.
gonna try our rings out, and then we'll
Okay,
really
great.
good night,
Awesome.
and then good night
Bye
for
for
real.
now.
Good. Wait, do the ceremony.
Good morrow.
Start the ceremony.
I play like the
Massage. Do the 1,000 hands. Do the
1,000
hands.
hands.
Bring your hand close as I breathe.
This just looks creepy. I think.
Oh, she's doing it too. I
Doing
love
it.
that. Okay, so yeah, we have some ring pops.
We got
They're
probably
mystery.
3 minutes left, by the way.
They're mystery pops.
So let's get these pops out.
So we're gonna open the pops. What do you think your flavor is?
I think it's gonna be a blue one.
I think mine's gonna be pink. Oh my god, these are really hard to open. Okay.
Wait, mine's pink.
Oh
If yours is blue, I'm gonna lose my mind.
no, mine is also.
Oh.
They're the same color.
Oh, I think they all are pink. You have to lick it.
Oh, mine is pink mystery, but yours is pink mystery too. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, if we time out, you guys.
What flavor is yours? Mine's like raspberry.
I don't know, man. At this point, I think all artificial flavors kind of taste the same to me anyway, so I don't even know what to say.
It kind of tastes like vanilla too. Wait.
You think you got a vanilla ring pop? Do they
Does
even?
it say
Yeah,
on the
do
inside?
they tell you the options?
Oh my god. Okay, what should people do this weekend
This
though?
isn't lime. I think it's raspberry.
It doesn't say.
All right, I'm gonna
Damn
do
it.
the plugs. So, this weekend, lucky for you, if you thought today's show was phenomenal, or if you thought it was bad, guess what? This Saturday we've got an even better show. We're gonna be talking about royalty again. Not really talking about. We're gonna be living the royal life this Saturday, 9:30 p.m. on twitch.tv/secretloft, and on Instagram /secretloftnyc. And here's the thing. Tonight, the Twitch is like okay for question block, whereas Instagram is where you get to check in with us. But on Rave Review, it's the opposite. So on Rave Review, you get high quality audio, you get multi-camera angles, you get to chat with me while I'm DJing. It's a party. You get to hang out with a bunch of our friends who all check in.
Yeah.
So go to the Twitch for Rave Review.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be doing a 2-hour-long rave
Woo!
with 3 live aerial sets on different
Amazing.
apparatuses inspired by royalty.
Mm-hmm. I'll be doing them, and even though it's me, I'll be doing like 3 totally different looks, apparatuses.
So it's probably going to be some Cleopatra.
Yeah.
But who knows what else
Who
we're going to
knows?
see.
Who knows? Maybe some Aztec situation.
And I've got a phenomenal set of royal
Maybe
tunes
Marie Antoinette.
queued up. I got a bunch of great stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be Saturday at 9:30 p.m. So we hope we'll see you there. And then we do question block every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yes.
Next week's going to be an entirely new theme.
Yes. We don't know what it is yet, but we'll let you know what we do.
We always figure it out though.
Yes.
And so check in with us, see what we're doing,
Mhm.
and you're always welcome to participate in our show.
Yeah. All right. Have a
And
good
that covers
night.
the stats. Go to secretloftnyc.com if you want to sign up on our mailing list, read about Secret Loft,
Look,
or see that's kind of the central
I'm
place.
Paul.
But yeah, follow us on Instagram if you don't already, or follow us on Twitch,
Yeah.
twitch.tv/secretloft. Thank you very much for posting that. All right.
Have a good night, royal subjects
Good night.
and fellow royalty.
Good night. I bid you adieu.
Good night.
Oh, I forget though. Oh. Good night, Twitchers.
Bye.
We're recording. Do a pose real quick for the Twitch.
Can we do it? Can we do a selfie too?